Hey, what's up? Be right back here and welcome to this episode of Yamaha V-Star 1100 Classic. And my DIY topic on this video is valve adjustment clearance. So my first step is remove the engine oil and then the seats and then the fuel tank, and so on and so forth. So before I start the DIY, in 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to use a 17 mm there, and there you go. I'm gonna try this because my oil catch pan is too high. There you go. Open this a little bit while draining the oil. And time to put this on a container. So first I'm going to remove this bolt of the back seat, so it's easy to remove this bolt. I'm going to use a 5 mm. Put it here for now. That's the bolt. Then need to remove these 2 bolts. Remove this here. I need to push this there. Then remove this 2 bolts using a 12 mm. Then from here I need to unplug this harness that's connected to here, so I can pull up the tank. So just press this like that, and then make sure that your fuel petcock is closed. To remove this hose by loosening up this clip. So that's the clip right here, and then I need this, so I'm going to pull this hose. There's a little bit of fuel. Now All you have to do is lift this and pull it towards the back. See? Hold it. There. Yeah. So I'm gonna put it here for now. Now time to loosen up those clamps so it's easy to dismantle the airbox. Then I'm going to use a 10 mm. Wiggle this a little bit. Also, I need to removing this air filter first so it's easy to remove the airbox. So I'm going to use a 5 mm Allen key. Then 12 mm wrench. Then just like that. And now it's easy to access this clamp without the air filter. Then I think there. And there's a hose that needs to be removed. So there's one more connection, this hose, that needs to be removed. I need to open these bolts using a 5 mm Allen key. The other one I just remove it. Yeah. And all I need is to loosen up this clip lock. Then there. Pull this up. Now there it is, the front top valve cover that I need to open up. There's one here and one at the back. Actually there's 4 valve cover that I need to open up, but these 2 are my access on the top. So make sure to remove all the chrome cover of those cylinders. So first I'm gonna work on this front cylinder, and after all the adjustments, then I will proceed to the rear cylinder. Expect that it will drip some oil. There. I'm going to open the two cover at this side. I'm going to use this. And then this. And the O-ring. So when adjusting a valve clearance, it should be on a cold engine, and the intake valve, it should be on 0.07 or 0.12 mm, and at the exhaust valve it should be 0.12 to 0.17 mm. So the top one is the intake valve, and the one that close to the exhaust is the exhaust valve cover. So I'm going to open those two and check the measurement. So I'm going to open this top valve cover using a 5 mm. Tap this a little bit to loosen up. So this is the top cover. O-ring seal is good. Now this part, the very front exhaust valve cover. So I did put a paper towel. Everything is good. So that's the exhaust valve, and this is the top. So what I'm going to do is to align this hole or marker here, and while that is aligned, the marker here should be aligned too by turning this bolt. So I'm using a 22 mm to there. So make sure to turn this clockwise slowly until you see the marker, and then make sure to check on the other side of the front cylinder to see the marker also, that it is on the right spot. So the marker here is at the right spot, as you can see. And here the marker also is at the right spot. So let's see how loose or tight the valve is before I adjust. But here it's perfect. That's perfect. So the valve intake or intake valve should be 0.7 to 0.12 mm. And I'm trying to use a 0.10 mm, and 0.10 mm is no go. So I will try to use a thinner one, which is 8 mm, and let's see if it's gonna go through. And still no go, still tight. So I'm gonna go and try this 0.6 mm, and let's see if it's this one is perfectly fit. So the measurement is 0.6 mm. It's supposed to be between 0.7 and 0.12 mm. So I use my 0.10 mm gauge to measure the valve clearance. Yes, 0.10 mm. Then all you have to do is turn the Allen key counterclockwise to adjust the clearance, the tightness, or loosen it by turning clockwise. And then once you got the perfect measure that you want, you can tighten this bolt by turning clockwise. And now my gauge, that is 0.10 mm, there's a bite, a little bit of a bite, which is good. So I'm going to tighten up. I think it's 20 feet-pound of torque. Yeah. So that's it. 10 mm. Let me try again the 10 mm. 10 mm. Yeah. It's perfect on 10. Now it's time to adjust the front exhaust valve. So I'm still at the front cylinder head. So here the exhaust valve should be 0.12 to 0.17 mm, and I'm gonna go for 0.15 mm, and I'll try this. That's a bit tight, so that's fine. That's perfect. I'm going to loosen up this. That's tight. Now I want the clearance to be at exactly 0.15 mm. So to adjust the clearance, all I need is to turn the Allen key counterclockwise or clockwise to loosen it up, or counterclockwise to tighten it up. Then the bolts that hold that adjustment, all I need is to turn that to lock. There's a bit of drag, and obviously that is tight. 0.15 mm, it's perfect. And at 20 foot-pound of torque to tighten and lock the bolt, and there's a little bit of a bite, which is perfect. So 0.15 mm. Now time to clean and return back the cover or covers, one here and one on the top of this valve.